Let me get us recorded. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Breaking Free from Drama Challenge. Before we get going and everybody's getting here, I want to just thank everybody for being here. And there was a question that came in, and I always want to answer any questions that come in because it's an important part of the process. So there was a question on how does the drama triangle show up with finances? Well, there's actually a lot of different ways, and it shows up in a lot of different ways on many different subjects. But just for finances, because this was a specific question that got answered before we officially start this morning, someone can have or be in the drama triangle with finances, such as maybe they have money, they have an abundance of money, but they spend their life worrying that they're not going to have enough money or worrying about the future, right? It becomes an emotional, like, oh God, am I going to have enough? So that becomes that worry energy, anything that's in the bucket. Remember, we talked about that in the first day. There's lack, which always feels bad. There's contentment or satisfaction, compassion, which doesn't feel bad, starting to feel good. And then there's abundance, which always feels great. That's where joy and excitement and passion and all that scale of emotions, if you will. When someone is in worry and fear, they're not in their power, they're not in alignment. And therefore, when they're in lack, they're in drama, because that worry energy keeps them up at night. It has them, I can't do that. It leaves them feeling disempowered. So even though someone may have money, and I see this all the time with clients, they've got a savings account, they've got a business that's, money is coming in, they have money to pay for the next year or so of their lives, or in many cases, the rest of their lives, and they still worry about money. So they play a victim to money. And so that's how they're in the drama. And you may not know exactly like, what role am I playing? We're actually going to be talking about that today, the 3 different roles. But when you're in a space of worrying about money, worrying about your finances, you're playing the victim and you're being under, so you're powerless to money, even though you may have it. Now, somebody else's situation where they are in the drama triangle with money might be that they get it and then they blow it. They get it and then they spend it all. And then when they spend it all, they are back in that place of, oh God, in that struggle. Oh my God, when am I going to get more? And then they get it and they're like, woo, I got it. Let's do this. Let's go on vacation. They spend it all not to save or have any stability. If you are not in the drama triangle with money, you feel free, you feel safe, you feel stable, right? You're not in a place of worry, fear, doubt. You're in a place of, I'm joyfully spending what I have. I'm joyfully going to buy this, enjoy this. I'm going to joyfully go on this vacation. Otherwise, you go on the vacation and you regret going on the vacation later because you spent the money on it. It's this, are you in a push-pull relationship with money? Come here, now go away, meaning I want it. And then you get it and it's like, spend it, spend it, spend it. So there's many different varieties of ways that someone can be in the drama triangle with finances, with money. And one in particular is if you say to yourself, I want more money so that I don't have to worry. I want more money so that I'm okay in the future. You're already putting your power outside of yourself in the future and like assigning money as the reason that you could feel stable or secure or free or whatever that may be. So that applies to any aspect of our lives. So as we are starting day 2 of the Breaking Free from Drama Challenge, if you are watching the videos as they get us, sent to you, and as they're in the energy vortex, and just a reminder for everybody that hasn't joined us there yet, you can go to christywhitman.com/vortex. That's where you'll have the community that comes together and you can talk. People are posting about it, what they're getting out of this challenge. I love it. And you can, collect with other like-minded people. You actually, because of the challenge, you get light points. You get points when you watch the video. You get points when you show up here. You get points when you're commenting and giving sharing your shifts inside the community. And then each month we pick a bunch of winners, and you can win many different gifts. One time, somebody won a one-on-one session with the council, and it was absolutely life-changing for her. So you never know what you're going to win. So thank you for being here. I want to have you really acknowledge yourself for being here, because every single moment that you have lived up to this moment, whether it was in drama or in joy, whether all those moments felt good or they felt bad, each of those previous moments led you to be right here. And wherever you are right here, you might be feeling good, you might be having some resistance to something, but here you are, you're here. And in this I'm here moment, this is the moment to push a reset button. This is the moment that you are connected to the divine. And by being here, you're ready to break free from drama and to be free in your life, to take back your power. All of everything in your own unique life's journey has led you here. So I want to say thank you for making this choice to be here now, to have the willingness to heal yourself and step back into that creative divine power. So acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge all of the things that you said yes to, all of the things that you said no to, just to be here. It's all part of your own personal life journey. And if you can, thank yourself for all that you are willing to look at and to be aware of, even if in the moment it doesn't feel good, so that you can feel good, so that you can do it without judgment. So for those of you that weren't with us yesterday or didn't get to watch the videos, talked about what's the one area in your life where you're experiencing contrast and resistance to contrast. One area out of your life or in your life that you want to get out of drama in. And what does that drama look like? It looks like chaos. It looks like a roller coaster of up and down and not a fun one, right? It looks like struggle. It may look like suffering. It could be in a relationship with a person. It could be in a relationship like we were talking before about finances. It could be in your career. It could be in your own physical body. So taking that one aspect that you want to break free from drama and really tune into, activate your innate power to create. Because whenever you're in drama, struggle, suffering, lack of any kind, it's a temporary, remember that, because a lot of times we think, oh God, this is never going to end. Now am I going to get out of this? It's a temporary disconnection to your power. It's temporary. So any places where you feel you're having resentment to yourself or to others, you could resent yourself for spending all that money. You could resent yourself for making that risky decision in your business and it didn't pan out. You could be resentful to yourself for dating that man or dating that woman, right? You can hold on to those hurts that somebody else gave to you. Now think of that one area, and where does your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, what are you holding on to that feels like a hurt or a resentment? Because that's persecuting yourself. And that is one of the roles that we're going to just touch on today. Because as the video Remember, there's the 7 videos that we're going to watch the night before we come here, and we're going to go deeper with it. The persecutor role. There are 3 roles inside the drama triangle. And for those of you in Quantum Energy Mastery, you're going to get a double dose of this today. The 3 roles inside of the drama triangle is the persecutor, the victim, and the rescuer. And the persecutor is like, everything and everyone is wrong, including ourselves. Because even if we're not persecuting somebody else, if we're beating ourselves up, we're persecuting ourselves. If we're judging, criticizing, blaming ourselves or others, we're playing the persecutor role, and we are not in that place of alignment. So as it relates to, we talked about money today, as it relates to breaking free from money, if you are judging yourself for bad decisions you made or saying, I'm just bad with money, you're persecuting yourself as it relates to this thing, this relationship called money. If you're saying to yourself, I'm just so bad at relationships, I'm probably the one to blame that relationship ended, you're persecuting yourself. So think of the thing, the person, the situation that you are wanting to take through this breaking free from drama challenge, and look at this differently. How have you been making yourself or another person or another thing wrong, bad? How have you been judging or criticizing or blaming either yourself or another person? Are you willing, because anytime change or transformation happens, there has to be willingness. Are you willing to shift your perspective by allowing yourself to have compassion? Compassion for that younger you that was doing what it knew, he or she knew to do at the time. What felt right, what felt good, what felt justifiable at that time. Or if someone done you wrong and you didn't know how to process your energy, and so you persecute them over and over and over. They're such a bad person. They're so this, they're so in drama. They're so, that judgment of them. Are you willing to let yourself feel the compassion for yourself for relating in that relationship with a human being or money or a career or body or whatever it is? Are you willing to allow yourself to feel the compassion? And then if you're willing to extend it to that other person, because if someone else hurt you or said something rude or did something wrong, or they're stuck in their own stuff, right? Can you send out compassion to them? Now, some of you might not be there right now. Just compassion to yourself is the key. But what are you perceiving as taking away your power in that area? Can you give yourself, instead of beating yourself up when we're in lack, when we're in persecution, we beat ourselves up, we judge, we blame. When you come into compassion, you neutralize all that. Because by being in compassion, by saying to yourself, it's okay, it's okay, you're okay, you're okay. In this now moment, you're okay. It's all going to be okay. Giving yourself that compassion, you're not in a judgment, you're not in a blame, you're not in a criticism, right? So the next role that a lot of us play from time to time, and it's in the drama triangle, and by the way, we all have these 3 roles within us and the ability to play them, and we change roles. So the other role, which is more disempowering than anything, because being sad or feeling powerless is the lowest vibration in the universe, and being a persecutor, when we're judging or criticizing or blaming someone else, it feels more powerful. All of us are wanting to naturally return to our innate sense of power. And so by persecuting ourselves or others, it feels more powerful than playing a victim, right? I don't sad. I don't want to be powerless. I don't want to play a victim. So we persecute. But if we're persecuting, we're also playing the victim. Because think about if you're beating yourself up inside of your head, you stupid, lazy, how come you did that? That was so dumb. The reverse side of it, you need a victim to persecute. So you're playing a victim too. Any place or any relationship where you do not feel in control, not where you're trying to control, but where you feel like you're out of control, or it's like, there's just nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to change this person or situation. And it leaves you feeling powerless or resourceless or even just sad, even angry. Victims can be angry, frustrated, worried, right? You perceive life or the situation as difficult, and you are powerless to change it. And this is another opportunity to take that situation, to take that person, to take the thing that you are feeling you are lacking, to allow yourself to have compassion, because again, that brings you out of being a victim. So all the places that you may feel powerless, all the places where you feel like, there's nothing I can do about my sister. There's nothing I can do about my brother. There's nothing I can do about my mother-in-law. There's nothing I can do about my boss or my coworker. They are who they are and they're never going to change, but I have to deal with them, right? That's being like, oh, what am I going to do? Right? I don't have choices. That's the motto inside of the drama triangle. I don't have any choices, but you do. You have a choice in how you think about it. You have a choice in how you perceive it. You have a choice in how you relate with it, because all relationships start inside of you. So even from the victim place, when you start to allow yourself to feel the compassion, now you're getting out of the drama triangle. As it relates to the situation, the circumstance, the relationship that you desire to get out of drama with, just start to notice what roles, because you'll play all three, but what role do I really identify with? Can you see yourself in these roles when you're feeling bad without judgment? This is you having enough courage to be curious and to be aware so that you don't continue the same thing that you've been doing for decades and decades and decades, that you can literally break free, break out of the drama so you can transform. So this is not about judging yourself for doing this, because then you're back in the persecution role. This is about bringing in compassion so that you can find that neutral stance, so you can find your natural alignment. Because when you beat yourself up, you're in the persecutor role. Really, really quickly, most of us know, because most of us that are light workers, we know this role really well, right? The rescuer role. This is the codependent, helping others when they don't want help. My sister is so this, I need to help her. Does your sister really want help, right? Doing something for someone else that they don't want your help. It's like a mother saying, well, I'm doing this only for your own good, but I don't want your advice. I'm good. I'm not talking about small children. I'm talking about adult parents to adult, right? I'm doing this you need to do this, right? I'm giving you this advice that you do not want, right? It's taking the stance of, I know better than you do. And you're a victim. Because when you are a rescuer, when you're taking that high and mighty, I'm better than thou, you're making somebody else a victim. And so to help someone from the kindness of your heart, out of alignment, not because it makes you seem like the superhero, but allowing yourself to find that alignment with, I want to help because I care about this person. Would you like my advice on that? Could I help and assist you with that? If the answer is no, you don't take it personally. Go, okay. And you let the other person find their own footing, not looking at them as the victim. That's a big thing in the rescuer role, is not looking at somebody else. So all aspects, every single aspect is within each of us. And all aspects within each of the roles come from not feeling enough, feeling lack. And that is the lack triangle. It is the drama triangle. And the way out of the triangle is through compassion, through choices, through options. So what is a better thought? What is a better perspective? What is a better feeling that you would like to have in this particular area that you have drama with right now? And give yourself that compassion right here, right now, whether it's saying to yourself, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. You're okay. All is, it's okay. You got breath in this now moment. Here you are. You survived all those other moments. Here you are. Whether you touch yourself and you give yourself a hug and you comfort yourself in that way, whether you allow yourself the moment to just align with that higher feeling of compassion and light, compassion is the way out of the drama triangle. So take what you're moving out of and bring yourself in that space of compassion, and understand that choices and options are the way out of the drama triangle. Because when you feel stuck, when you feel you don't have a choice, that's when you're in drama. See you all tomorrow. Appreciate you all so much.